Hello.
Is watching me and I'm not watching the TV and I'm just nervous and I'm just did I go over my act pretty good or did I do the performance in my house? Did I did the work, but I'm ready for the ice house. Build it, Lord. Hey, you guys, how you guys feeling today? This is LaDon. I'm in the house, and I'm hoping you guys enjoying your day. And all I want you to do is push that like button. Yeah. But what I want to talk about today is I performed at the Ice House Comedy Club. Things went bad on stage. Yup. Man, if you guys don't know, the Comedy Club Ice House is in Pasadena. During this time, I was doing shows and definitely trying to perform and get myself out there. And during this time, it was a big opportunity for me. You know, I was in the game about 6-7 years, and I wanted comedy so much that it was ridiculous. It was like I went to close to 2,000 open mics where I can perform to get better. Did I get better? No, I didn't get. Did I get better? No, I didn't get better. But I wanted it so badly. You know, I dreamed about comedy. I did the hustle in comedy. I wrote in comedy. I wanted to be a comedian. That was my biggest dream. You know, that was something that I always said to myself, I am going to perform at the Super Bowl and I'm going to be the first comedian in the world. That's what I thought. I thought that. But during this time, I was in the comedy game for a long time. I know the ins and I knew the outs, you know. I know that who the host is. I know who is the beginner. I know who the headliner is. And, you know, I knew how to set up shows and because I wanted it so badly. I wanted it so badly that I didn't know, like, back then we had phones, but it was not really like that. We had phones. I can't remember, but I believe we had phones. But I called the Ice House and I wanted the opportunity. And it just didn't happen that way. It's just when I was going to the underground comedy circuit, I started meeting people. And I met this one lady, I'm not going to say her name, and she was like, LaDon, you want to perform at the Ice House? And I was just like, wow. Like, the Ice House was big. Like, it was huge. It was like Comedy Union. It was like Laugh Factory. It was like the Improv. Ice House was big, and a lot of big celebrities performed there, you know? And during this time, and I was a comedy addict, I was like, sure, I'll perform. But during this time, the lady told me, you have to bring 10 or 15 people. And I didn't know that you got to bring people. You know, it was like a bringer room. You bring people, you get to perform. That's called hustle you in your money. The comedians that say, oh, bring 15 people, I'll let you on stage. They just trying to get paid, okay? They don't too much care about you or nothing. They're going to give you a 5-minute set, 10 minutes at the most. They ain't going to give you no 15. They give you 10 or 5. I mean, doing a show, you get 10 or 12, but that's it. And during this time, I was happy. I was like, man, I made it to the Ice House. I thought, I was like, wow. But during this time, I had to promote, and I went out there and I told my mom, I told my brothers, I told my aunts, I told my cousins, and told some people. I told my girlfriend at the time, my ex at the time. And I said to myself, wow, I'm at the Ice House Comedy Club where famous people get to perform. Bomb-ass comedians. I think a lot of comedians perform at the Ice House. You can look it up. It's in Pasadena. I don't know if it's there or anymore because I'm not in the comedy game no more. It might be. And during this time, I was like, I knew to the lady, you want me to perform. They had a little room, you can hold about 100 people. And she was like, no, if you bring people, you can perform in the main stage. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, just bring 15 people and everything. Really, she was sitting there like, I just want to get all your money from your family or your friends, and you can perform all you want, And they got to do 2 minimum drinks, too. You got to do 2 minimum drinks at them comedy clubs. And I was thinking oh, my God, the Ice House. I was like, God, wow. Oh, my God, the Ice House. So I went home, and I knew people told me all the time that, LaDon, you are super funny. And I was sitting there I knew that was just the gift was I could make people laugh, but I didn't know how to bring it on stage. So I just worked my butt off to get on stage. And I just worked and worked and worked and worked. I mean, I'm talking about a lot of shows. But I made it to the Ice House. I know a lot of comedians out there right now talking about the Laugh Factory. When you make it to the opportunity of being these big performance stages, you feel like I'm the shit. Yeah, I made it to the Ice House. And you want to put your picture, they'll say to you, hey, LaDon, send us a picture. And they see the picture and they put the picture on the flyer, because there were flyers back then, and you see your face as a flyer. You on the flyer, you're going, wow, that's me. Wow, I can't believe it. You and your family. Just talk about, man, you made it to the Ice House, man, you doing good, man, you doing good. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, but I'm nervous as shit. I was thinking to myself, I know I had material, but I knew that this material, I didn't know nothing about material. Because when I was in the comedy clubs, when you go to the open mics, you thinking that, oh, my material works. Comedians don't care about your material. They care about their friends. They come out there and laugh at their friends. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Man, you did good. And as soon as you get up on stage, they leave. They had cliques and stuff like that. They had groups of friends that don't care nothing about you. And then if you made people laugh, when you made people laugh at the open mic, you thought you did good. And then you go to another open mic and you bomb. Bomb means you failed. You got an F on the paper. And I just didn't understand, why? But I was at the Ice House. I had my material set up. I was going home, working on it. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and everything. And I was nervous for that whole month. Wow, I'm going to the Ice House. Because when you start comedy, you're nervous of getting on an open mic. And then you super nervous when you got to go on a show. An open mic, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be, oh my God, I got to go. You're going to be a comedian first when you get up on stage like this. Hey, y'all, how you guys doing? And words are not going to come out your mouth. You like a little kid trying to express your life and you're nervous. Hey, yeah, so yeah. The dog, yeah, the cat, the alligator, and the words won't come out your mouth because you're nervous, you're worried about the light is on you, you have the mic, and people are staring at you. And is it fun? No, it's not fun. It's not fun as a comedian when people don't laugh. Comedians feel the vibe of, I made them laugh, I did a good job. When you don't make nobody laugh, you didn't do a good job. But anyways, back to the ice house. So I waited, nervous and everything. I was nervous for this big old event. I mean, I was nervous definitely when it got closer to that day. I had a month to prepare, and I was just working on it and trying to figure out, is this material going to work and is I'm going to be good? And I finally 2 weeks come, I was super nervous before the show. And I was like, oh my God, I got 2 weeks. What am I going to do? And I'm going over material and I'm working things out. And I'm saying to myself, like, I hope this material works. But I didn't know. I had doubt. I was thinking, like, is I'm really good for the ice house? I know I'm here. I didn't know nothing about no bringer room. I didn't know about you bring people and you can get on any stage. But what the truth is, when you get on stage, when you have to bring people, because other comedians and promoters will pimp you. It's called pimping the comedian. But I didn't know nothing about that. But I went up there and I gave them tickets to everybody. I mean, I sold them. Like, I didn't get no money from it, but I was there at the ice house. And I was nervous. And I sat there and I think, wow, what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. I'm practicing and practicing, doing the movements and everything. The week come of the performance. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm sitting there like, oh, I can't eat. I'm barely eating. And I'm thinking, I can't even eat my food. I'm so nervous. What are they going to think about me? Is I'm going to be funny? Like Richard Pryor, I'm going to be funny like Eddie Murphy, Cat Williams, and Seinfeld. Is I'm going to be that one. Monday passed. Tuesday came. I was nervous. I was thinking. I was working on my job, thinking about if I'm going to do good at this comedy show. I'm nervous. I'm barely eating. Thinking. Let me go over my act. Man. Okay. But I was nervous. Wednesday came. I was like, Wednesday's here. Man, I still couldn't barely eat. Oh, man. So I went in there and I practiced again. I was in my room practicing, doing the walking, doing the movements. Thursday came. And my show was on Saturday. And I was just like, oh my God. And I'm just thinking to myself, I really couldn't eat. I'm like, Thursday's here, Friday. Oh my God, what I'm going to do is Thursday, Friday, Saturday's here and everything. What I'm going to do? Oh my God, I don't know if my mind started playing tricks on me like, man, you're not good enough. You're not going to be like Richard Pryor. You're not going to be like Eddie Murphy. Your mind playing tricks on you, and you have to just say to yourself, oh my God, just forget it. And I went home and I worked again. Friday came! And I couldn't eat. The butterflies are in my heart, and I'm thinking to myself, like, oh my God, tomorrow's the show. And then I'm watching TV, thinking about the show. My mind is nowhere else or nothing. I'm just thinking of the show. The TV is watching me, and I'm not watching the TV. And I'm just nervous. And did I go over my act pretty good? Or did I do the performance in my house? I did the work, but I'm ready for the ice house. And I sat there and thought, and I just couldn't sleep. I was just thinking about the Ice House Comedy Club. Man, what's gonna happen? What's gonna what's gonna really happen? I don't know. I'm in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock, can't sleep, thinking about, I hope I'm good. I hope people gonna like me and perform. Saturday came. There was no food. When I did shows at the day of the show, comedy, I just in a daze in my mind. Definitely ain't gonna be able to eat. My stomach is not even hungry. I'm just nervous, thinking. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. I have a show at 7. And I'm looking at the clock. Looking at the clock. It's 12 now. So I have to get dressed for the comedy show. And I put my clothes on and I said, okay, I'm gonna wear this outfit right here. And I'm thinking to myself, 4 o'clock. My girlfriend was like, my ex was sitting there saying to me, "Oh, I gotta go to the Beverly Center to get some makeup." And I was like, "The show starts at 7 and stuff." She's like, "It's gonna be real quick." I said, "All right, then cool." So we drove to the Beverly Center in LA. And we got there. I went with her, and she went to this makeup. You can put them, not buy makeup, to put makeup on her face. And I messed up. My family come see me, and my mom rang the phone. Ring, ring, and I'm looking at the phone. I said, "Huh? Mom, huh? Hey, son, how you doing? Me and Dad are sitting out here in front of your apartment. Where are you at?" I said, "Mom, I'm over here with my girl, and we getting this makeup done and stuff like that." She said, "Hurry up, because we just got here." And my ex was doing her makeup. I was like, "Babe, come on." She was like, No, 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 I'm trying to get my makeup done." And I sat there for 40 minutes. My mom called back again. "Rain, where you at, LaDon? I'm here. We are here at your house. It's been 40 minutes. And we are in LA. You know we're not from here. Where you at?" And I was like, "Mom, I'm going to be there." And Mom said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Mom, my girl's getting the makeup done, and I'm getting ready for the show. She's trying to get this makeup done for her show." She's like, "Hurry up. If we don't, we'll meet you at the ice house. Forget it, because we've been sitting here a whole hour waiting on you." And I was thinking to myself, like, "Babe, hurry up." She's like, "I am hurrying up. I am hurrying up." And I was sitting there like, ugh. And I was just thinking to myself, I had the Ice House comedy show on me. My girl's getting her makeup and she won't get done with it. And then I left my mom and dad out there for an whole hour trying to figure it out. Finally, my mom called me. "Son, I'm going back. I'm leaving to the Ice House. We'll meet you up there." And she met me. I said, "Okay, Mom, love you." And she didn't say I love you. She said, "All right." Because my mom was mad. And my dad was pissed. Because they don't live out here. They live in the high desert. So we got done. It was 5 o'clock after she got done, a whole hour doing the makeup. And we rushing to the ice house. I'm nervous, my heart beating. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna perform. And then we drove to the ice house. Took us 30 minutes way out there in the Pasadena for LA, or 40 minutes. And we drove, and I got there at, I'm supposed to perform at, I got there at 6:45, rushing out the door and stuff right there. And I walked and I seen the Ice House Comedy Club with the bear, with the Ice House right there. And I was just like, oh, I'm here. The reality kicked in and I was just like, oh my God, I'm here. And my mom is there. Then my mom is back. Hey, mom. She's like, give me a hug. My dad, what's up? What happened to you? I was like, my girl, she was trying to get her makeup done. She was like, dog, you left us out there. I was like, I'm into my mind and I'm thinking, my aunts and my uncle and my cousins, no, we here for you. And I loved it. I was like, yes, and everything. And I had like 20 people. My ex was there, all my family there, some of my friends came. I was like, oh my God. And I was thinking to my opportunity, and I walked into the ice house and I looked how nice it was. It was beautiful comedy club. It was awesome. I was just like, wow. And I looked at the little stage on the left hand side, and I was just looking like, and I was like, wow. I went into that little room to look, and it was small, but it was 100 people. It was jam packed. And then I walked through the door. I went to the restroom real quick because I had to pee, and I'm nervous. You're nervous when you gotta pee all the time. You're like, I gotta pee. I pee like 20 times. I'm like, I gotta pee. And I opened up the door of the ice house, and it was just chairs everywhere. And the stage said Ice House, and it was just huge. And I was just like, oh. What did I do? Is I'm ready? My brain's playing games up like, are you ready? And I'm like, thinking to myself. And the lady that booked me, she was like, Don! I was like, huh? She said, come on to the green room. We you know what I'm saying? All the comedians in here. You're going to perform later, but we got the opener up. And I walked into the green room. All the comedians, hey, how you doing? My name's LaDon. Hey. We were chatting and everything. And I'm sitting there in the green room, nervous, thinking to myself, wow. And she was like, did you bring people? I said, yeah, I brought 15 people. She said, that's good. You get to perform. And I was like, wow. And I knew it was a comedian there that he didn't bring enough people, and she didn't let him perform. Because it would have not been fair to all other comedians that worked hard to bring 15 people to 10 people. So she didn't let him perform. I didn't know who he is. I didn't care. But I knew I was going to perform. And a comedian went up, did his performing, and I'm looking on stage like, wow, it's a big stage. There's a lot of people. And it was close to 300 to 400 people. And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Oh my God, why I gotta do this? Why? But I'm there. But I had to tough it up like a man, like, I got it. I got it. The next comedian went up. The next comedian up. And my family was like, done. I went back up to him. I said, what, Mom? She said, when you perform? And I was like, let me go see. And I ran back to the lady. I said, when do I perform? She said, Don, you be performing at the 2 comedians. And I ran back to my mom and dad. Yeah, I'll be performing at 2 more comedians. I'll be up. They said, okay, we ready for you, Don. Don't worry about it. We got you. You funny. And I was just like, yeah, all right. I'm like, I'm nervous. They don't know that. I'm just like, okay, thank you. With the fake smile. Like, okay. Then I sat there. The next comedian went up. My heart was beating. I thought I was going to explode. And then the comedian went up, and there was one more comedian. I was just, oh. And the lady came up and said, Don, are you ready? You're going to do a good job. Don't worry about it. And I was like, are you serious? Like. And then the comedian got done. You hear the lady on the stage. Yeah, she's cracking jokes. Yeah, woo, woo, yeah, ha, ha. And everybody getting the people warmed up and everything. And then she's sitting there going, okay, we got a funny comedian. He does this thing. He's been doing this in the game for a long time. And he is funny. That they always say that. He is funny. He performed everywhere. And I'm thinking like, yeah, I did, but really. And then they brought me up, and the words that come out of her mouth was, welcome to the stage, one of my favorite comedians. Give it up for LaDon. And I went on stage and I grabbed the mic. And I'm doing good. I'm doing my material. And people laugh. They're laughing a little bit, chuckling. They're not laughing. They're chuckling. And then I did the joke that I messed up my whole stage. And it was. Did you see the dog that ate the engine? And the people looked at me, and I was like, did you see the dog that ate the engine? And he got stuck in the engine, and nobody, the whole place was quiet. And I stared and I looked, holding the mic. I was just thinking like, nobody's laughing. That's when my brain like, nobody's laughing. And I was sitting there just staring. And I was trying to do the transition to something else, but I couldn't. And I was just like, oh my God, it's just like what? And I went into some other material and nobody laughed. And the light turned on because they got a light that cuts on in the back. You guys don't see it, but it's in the back. There's always a light in the air, or it's the light, somebody put the light on you to get off a stage. Or if you don't get off a stage, you're going to turn on the music. And you're going to really look bad. I said, oh, thank you, y'all, and everything. Thank you, my name is LaDon. And then I got off the stage. And I went back to the room, the green room, and I was like, oh my God, what did I do? And it's like, Don, man, the people came up to me, Don, you're doing a good job, man. You did a good job. The other comedians, you did a good job. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, they're fucking lying. I ain't doing no damn good job. They're trying to help me get my spirit back up, but the spirit didn't work. And I was sitting there thinking, why did I say the dog eat the engine? Why? Why? And I sat there and I came out, my mom and dad and family, you did good, Don. And I'm sitting there like, no, I didn't. I ain't do good. And that's what I'm thinking. And it was like, Don, this is a nice place. This is an ice house. I didn't know you were going to make it this far. And I was like, yeah. But I was thinking about, why did I tell the audience the dog ate the engine? Why did I tell the people that the dog ate the engine? And I sat there. And my family, we went outside and we talked a little bit. And I was just thinking, why did I say the dog ate the engine? And then I was thinking to myself, I was saying to myself, like, my family went home. My girlfriend, you ready to go? I was just like, whatever. You made my mom and dad stay on the out. I was like, forget her. And I sat there, and I was in her car, and we driving. She's like, what's wrong with you? I was like, I said the dog ate the engine. She was like, I mean, don't worry about it, you know. And I was thinking, like, to myself, like, why did I say that? And I learned in life, people like real. People want truth. People want the Nike. They don't want the Payless shoe. It's cheap. Don't get me wrong. But people like Nike. They like Adidas. The brand. The name. And I learned in my life, people like realness. People like truthness. People like when people tell the truth about their life. And when I learned all that in my life, I said to myself, I gotta be real. People love the truth. They don't like a fakeness. Why do I say the dog like the engine? I could have said a dog likes the burger, but dogs don't eat engines. But I learned something. People like the truth. So during that time, I was driving back home and I was not nervous no more because the show was over. And I was hungry as hell. I was up there eating. I think I went to a restaurant and ate. Me and my family. They didn't go home, but we were eating and laughing. And I ate good that day. But I sat there for thinking to myself, why did I say that? But I learned something from it. You learn from every opportunity in life to make you better. I never knew that I was going to make it to the Ice House Comedy Club in Pasadena. I never knew that. But I learned something that day. People want realness. And if you're out there, keep it real. People love real. I was listening to YouTube today, and they have so many things that's going on YouTube, and they said that people like real. People want to see you fail. People want to see you go through the hardness and the roughness of things. That's what they want to see. People don't want to see the lights and the action and everything. People want to see how hard for you to get there. Because it gives them motivation to be like, I can do it too. Stop lying to yourself. Man, my lights were not good when I first started off. I didn't have a mic. I had to learn all this. I went to Didi's, got them 2 lights for $5.99. People think, oh, you're lighting and all that. Yeah, because I wanted to present like a show. And the more I keep doing this, the better I'm going to keep going and getting better. And people think, oh, did you edit? I only edit at the beginning when I take a picture of the grabbing to take the picture. That's when I edit at. And at the end, when I'm about to leave, I edit at the end because I'm about to go. And that's where I edit. But the material, that the things that I'm talking about, it's never going to be edited. Because that's the truth. That's when you make mistakes, and that's when you're going to have problems, and that's when you get better. Everybody wants to hide the mistakes. I don't care about you seeing my mistakes, because I'm not a mistake in my life. I am a LaDon. I tell you stories from the heart. That's what I do. And that's what I enjoy doing. Why sugarcoat it? To make you happy. Why you watching me? It's my show. I do what the hell I want to do. But anyways, people said to yourself, LaDon, I had to learn something. Everything's a learning experience. This right here, turn on the lights and put a camera on me. I'm used to being on stage, talking to hundreds of people. Talking to a camera? What? Wait till I am getting comfortable because I'm staring at you right now. Look at me, I'm staring at you because I'm getting comfortable. I want you to feel what I feel and what I go through. All the comedians that's out there right now, hey, you know what I'm talking about. It's not easy. But hey, that's it. I'm looking at the time and everything. But anyways, you know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to say. I had a damn good time. Why you guys thinking to myself like, dog, why you say it's just that damn and you just let it linger and just the end, the good time. You got to let the damn, let it be in the air to feel it, and then I had a good time. Man, it's the end of it. It's the end. It feels good when you say it. You guys got to try it out. Do you understand what I'm talking about? But anyways, that was my topic. My topic was, I performed at the Ice House Comedy Club and things went wrong on stage. Well, anyways, I know you don't want me to know. I know you don't want me to know. I know you don't. But I got to go. I got to go.